नमो तस्स भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्स नमो तस्स भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्स नमो तस्स भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्स. Today we are going to read Pabbajjāsutta. Pabbajjāsutta is in Sutta Nipata, in the third chapter, first sutta, the going forth. Pabbajja means going forth, taking ordination. So this is about Buddha's ordination when he himself renounced his home and left in search of truth. And he arrived near Rajagaha, the capital of the Magadha kingdom in India. So we will read the two translations of the same sutta with Pali text. Going forth, Pabbajjāsutta. Now the narrator is saying, where is the narrator? Bhikkhu Ananda or somebody else? He is saying, I shall extol going forth. Pabbajjam kitta isami. Pabbajjam, ordination. Kitta isami. I will tell you the story of ordination with the example of the clear-eyed one. Yatha pabbajji chakhuma. Chakhuma means the one who is having eyes of knowledge, the Buddha is having. So he is telling about the ordination of the Buddha. The course of inquiry that led to Yatha vimansamano, so his choice to go forth. Pabbajjam samarochai. This life at home is cramped. Sambadhoyam Gharavaso. A realm of dirt. Rajas ayatanam iti. Raj means dirt. Rajas ayatanam, a realm of dirt. The householder's life is called a realm of dirt. The life of one gone forth is like an open space. Abhokaso pabbajja. So the life of a monk is like an open sky, while life of a householder is realm of dirt. That is what they are saying. Seeing this, he went forth. Iti disvana pabbajji. So he decided to take ordination. Having gone forth, he shunned Pabbajjitvan Kayena. Pabbajjitva means having gone forth. Kayena means with the body. Bad deeds of body. Papakammam vivajjai. Vivajjai means he stopped. He shunned. Papakammam, bad deeds of body. Kayena papakammam means bad deeds of body. And leaving verbal misconduct behind. Vachi ducharitam hitva. Vachi means speech. Ducharitam means bad behavior. Hitva means sacrificing, leaving out, leaving behind. He purified his livelihood. Ajivam parisodhai. Ajivam means livelihood. And parisodhai means he purified. The Buddha went to Rajgaha. Agama Rajagaham Buddho. So here, the Buddha has not yet become Buddha. He was a Bodhisattva at that time. But because this story is being told afterwards, he is called Buddha even in this story. Agama Rajagaham Buddho, he came to Rajgaha, the mountain fort of the Magadhans. Magadhanam Giribajam. The Rajgiri, capital of Rajgiri, is surrounded by 7 mountains, 7 or 8 mountains. He betook himself for alms. Pindaya abhiharesi. Pinda means when one goes for alms, where the food he gets, it is called pinda. So he betook himself for alms, replete with excellent marks. Akinnavara. So there are 32 special marks on the body of an enlightened one or somebody who will become enlightened. So when the Buddha was born, already some Brahmins and also the Asita, sage Asita, they had told that this boy is having 32 marks of great man and he will become enlightened one. So he had all those marks with him. Bimbisara saw him. Tammadasa Bimbisaro. So the king Bimbisar saw him while standing atop his long house. Pasadasming patithito. So he was on the terrace of his, or in the gallery of his palace, and from there he could see the Bodhisattva Siddhartha coming to Rajgaha and uh, wandering for his alms round. Disva Lakhana Sampannam. Disva means having seen. Lakhana means the marks of the great man. Sampannam, he was full with the great marks of the great man. So he said the following, Imamatham abhasatha. Bimbisar said, pay heed, sirs, to this wind. Imam bhunto nisametha. So he's telling to his ministers or whoever co-workers were there with standing with him on the terrace or gallery of the palace. He's telling them, handsome, majestic, radiant, abhirupo brahasuchi, accomplished in deportment, charanena cha sampanno. He looks just a plough's length in front. Yugamattancha pekhati. Eyes downcast, mindful. Okhita chakhu satima. Okhita chakhu means eyes downcast. Satima means mindful, aware. Unlike one from a low family. Nayam nichakulamiva. So he is not from a low class family. He seems to be from bigger class. Let the king's messengers run out. Rajduta bhidhavantu. So he's telling his colleagues that send the messengers and find where the mendicant will go. Puhim bhikkhu gamissati. Puhim means where. Bhikkhu means monk. Gamissati means will go. So he is telling his minister to send messengers to see where that bhikkhu will go. The messengers sent out. Te pe sita rajduta. Followed right behind, thinking. Pithito anubandhisum. Where will the mendicant go? Kuhim gamissati bhikkhu. Where shall he find a place to stay? Kathavaso bhavisati. Katha means where. Vaso means residence. Bhavisati means will happen. Wandering indiscriminately for alms. Sapadanam charamano. So he wandered indiscriminately for alms. Sense doors guarded. Gutta dvaro. His sense doors were guarded. Susamvito, well restrained. His bowl was quickly filled. Hipam means very quickly. Pattam means the bowl. Apuresi, filled. Aware and mindful. Sampajano. Patisato, he was aware of what he was doing and he was mindful. His mind was on his body and mind. Having wandered for alms, Pindacharam Charitvana, the sage left the city, Nikhamma Nagara Muni. He betook himself to Mount Pandava. Pandavam Abhiharesi. So in today's Indian languages, it is called Pandav Parvat, the hill of Pandavas. Thinking, here is the place I shall stay. Ethavaso bhavisati. Etha means here. Vaso means residence. Bhavisati means will be done. Seeing that he had arrived at a place to say, Disvanavasa upagatam. Disvan means having seen. Vasa means residence. Upagatam means having gone there. The messengers withdrew nearby. Tayo duta upavisum. So the messengers stood there nearby, but one of them returned. Tesu ekova agantva. To inform the king. Rajino pativedai. Raja means king. Pativedai means to tell the king. One of the messenger went back to the king. Great king, the mendicant, Esa Bhikkhu Maharaj. Esa, O Bhikkhu, monk, Maharaj, O king, this Bhikkhu is on the east flank of Mount Pandava. Pandavasa Purathato. Purathato is east flank. Pandava is the name of the hill. There he sits like a tiger or a bull. Nisinno Vyaghu Sabhova. Vyagha is tiger and Usab is bull. So he is like a tiger or a bull. He is sitting there like a lion in a mountain cave. Sihova Giri Gabhare. Siha means lion. Giri means mountain. Gabhara means cave. Hearing the messenger's report, Sutvana Duta Vachanam. Sutvana, having heard. Duta means messenger. Vachanam means messenger's speech. The aristocrat set out. Bhaddayanena Khattiyo. Bhaddayanena, in a good vehicle. Khattiyo. The king's caste is Khattiya, warrior caste. So he is called Khattiyo. Hurriedly in his fine chariot. Tarmanarupo niyasi. So hurriedly he left towards Mount Pandava. Ena Pandava Pabbato, towards the Pandav mountain. He went as far as vehicles could go. Sayana Bhumim Yaitva. So he went as far as vehicles could go. Then dismounted from his chariot. Yana Oruhya Khattiyo. Yana means the chariot. Oruhya means got down. Khattiyo means the aristocrat, the warrior caste. Approached on foot. Pattiko Upasankama. Pattiko means by foot. Upasankama means he went nearer. And reaching him, drew near. Asajjanam Upavisi. So, reaching near, he went even closer. Seated, the king greeted him. Nisajja Raja Sammodi. Nisajja means after sitting. Raja means king. Sammodi means he greeted him and made polite conversation. Katham Saraniyam Tato. Katham means spoke. Saraniyam means how do you do? Tato, at that time. When the courtesies were over, Katham Soviti Saretva. After speaking each other, how do you do? When he said the following, Imam Athas Atham Abhasatha. You are young, just a youth. You Chadaharo Chasi, a lad in the prime of life. Patham Upatiko Susu. You are like very early in your young age. You are endowed with beauty and stature. Vanna arohena sampanno. Like an aristocrat of good birth. So you used to seem to be of my caste. Jatima viya Khattiyo, my caste. Khattiya caste, warrior caste, aristocrat caste. In glory at the army's head. Sobhayanto anikagam. You can shine as a leader, surrounded by a troop of elements. Nag Sangha Purakhato. Nag is also a word for elephants. Nag has many meanings. Nag also means Arhat. Nag also means cobra. And Nag also means elephant. So here the word's meaning is elephants. I offer you pleasures, enjoy them. Dadami bhoge bhunjasu. But please tell me of your birth. Jatim akhahi puchito. Up north, O king. Ujum janapado raja. So he said straight away there, O king, on the slopes of the Himalayas, Himavantas passato, full of wealth and strength, lies the land. Dhanaviriyena sampanno, of one whose abode is among the Kosalans. Kosale suniketino. So Kosala was a great area in North India, and a part of that coastal area was the Sakyans, which is in Nepal. Their clan is named for the sun, Adi Chanam Gotena. So they believed themselves to be inherents of the sun. They are Sakyans by birth. Sakyanam Jatiya. The name of the caste was Sakyan. It was a subcaste of the Khattiyas, aristocrats. I have gone forth from that family. Tamha kula pabbajjito me. I do not in for sensual pleasure. Nakame abhipathayam. Seeing the danger in sensual pleasures. Kame swadinavam disva. Kamesu adinavam disva. Kamesu means his sensual desires. Adinavam means danger. Disva means having seen. Seeing renunciation as sanctuary. Nekhamam mato. So I thought that welfare is in leaving the sensual pleasures. I shall go on to strive. Pradhanaya gamisami. So I decided to the householder's life. That is where my mind delights. Ethame ranjati manoti. So this is how he tells Bimbisara. Bimbisara is ready to give him wealth, and he is telling him to lead the soldiers or the praja or the people. But the Bodhisattva Siddhartha tells him that I am not interested in the sensual pleasures. So there is another translation by Lawrence Hope Kantipala that we will read. The narrator says, now I will tell of the leaving home, how he, the mighty seer, went forth, how he was questioned and described the reason for his leaving home. The crowded life lived in a house exhales an atmosphere of dust, but leaving home is open wide. Seeing thus, he chose leaving home. By doing so, did he reject all bodily evil acts, rejected two wrong ways of speech. His livelihood he purified. He went to Rajgaha town, hill-guarded fort of Magdans. There he, the Buddha, walked for alms with many a mark of excellence. King Bimbisara from within his palace saw him passing by, and when he saw his such excellence in all his marks, Bimbisara said, look, sirs, he said, how stately is that man, handsome, how pure, how perfect is his gait. With eyes downcast, mindful, he looks, only a pluff oak's length ahead. He is surely not of humble birth. Send forth royal messengers at once upon the path the bhikkhu takes. The messengers were sent at once and followed closely in his wake. Now, which way will the bhikkhu go? Where has he chosen his abode? He wanders on from house to house, guarding sense doors with real restraint. Fully aware and mindfully, his alms bowl soon was full. His alms round is now done. The sage is setting out and leaving town, taking the road to Pandava. He must be living on its hill. Now, when he came to his abode, the messengers went up to him, though one of them turned back again to give the king reply. The bhikkhu, sir, is like a lion or like a tiger, like a bull, and seated in a mountain cave on the eastern slope of Pandava. The warrior hears the runner's tale. Then, summoning up a coach of state, he drove in haste from out of the town out to the hill of Pandava. He drove as far as he could go and then descended from the coach. The little distance that remained, he went on foot, drew near the sage. The king sat down and he exchanged greetings and asked about his health. When this exchange of courtesy was done, the king then spoke to him these words: You are indeed quite young, a youth, a man in life's first praise. You have the good looks of a man of high-born warrior noble stock, one fit to grace a first-rate force, to lead the troops of elephants. Wealth can I give you to enjoy? Please tell me of your birth. Then the Siddhartha says to Bimbisara, Straight over there, O king, the Himalayas can be seen. There with wealth and energy, living among the coastlands, are the Aditya of solar race, in that the clan of Sakyas. From that family I have left home, not desiring pleasures of sense, having seen dangers in sense desires, renunciation seen as secure, I shall go on strive for those there does my mind delight. So this is how the Siddhartha gives him answer. So the renunciation is not only physical. The renunciation is also mental. Whatever we experience by our senses, we should renounce it by saying it's not me, not mine, not myself. Whenever we do the relaxed step and smile, actually we are saying that it's not me, it's not mine, it's not myself. So this step is very important, and this is the unique teaching of the Buddha. In teaching of any other saint or philosopher in the world, this thing is not found. But Buddha has told to everything, not me, not mine, not myself. So Bhante Bimlaramsi has discovered this very nice step of relaxing and smiling. And we are very lucky to have that. And we can use that step. And even if we remain in householder's life, mentally we can renounce everything. Are there any questions?
Thank you, sir. Really, the last words like not me, not myself, the truly thing which one needs to realize for oneself.
Yeah.
And by practicing, we will come to know about these things really. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you for the talk.
Okay. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, Sachin, can you share merits?
Yes, sir. Actually, I connected in mobile only. I will share, sir,
Okay.
by words.
Okay.
May suffering once be suffering free, and the fear struck fearless be. May the grieving shed all grief, and may all beings find relief. May all beings share this merit that we have thus acquired for the acquisition of all kinds of happiness. May beings inhabiting space and earth, devas and nagas, mighty power, share this merit of ours. May they long protect the Buddha's dispensation. Sad,
Sadhu,
sad,
sadhu, sadhu.
sad.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thanking you all. Wishing all happiness.